What's going on, Wikimaniacs? It's about probably 2 weeks late, but I gotta say, my mayor Muslim, my Christian's Dior, my bagel's Jewish, and Nick's in 5 and Hurricanes in 6. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well, but
not really great. And I think he swapped some of the lines, but it works out.
I did. I'm also exhausted. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
I'm not reading.
Get therapy.
What's going on, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Josh here, back from our hiatus.
Oh, yeah.
Joined with me, Daddy Nutman, Sean Salvino.
No, just Sean.
I'm not tired enough to forget that one, buddy.
Jesus.
How's it going, man?
It's going good. It's going good. I was going to, if you didn't open up with that, I was going to.
I had to, dude.
Yeah. Look at that.
We did
Both
it.
the teams we wanted to win won. Can you believe that?
I didn't realize I had the superpower either, but me and Sean.
Yeah, Josh was like, it doesn't work for our own teams. And I said, maybe it will. It's just our teams don't get to the finals enough.
They're just not good enough.
I think we have finals. Our powers are strictly based for the finals.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense. I shouldn't have been cheering for the Jays last year.
Yeah, exactly right.
I messed it up.
Yeah.
Some people legitimately thought we were cheering for Vegas, which is crazy.
I feel like we talked explicitly before we did it and after we did it.
I feel context clues were there for people to figure that out, but
I guess if you haven't watched us curse the Chiefs, maybe that was
maybe. But
you didn't get the joke. And
I just gotta imagine those people's media literacy is not the greatest.
It happens.
But yeah, we are not. Well, I'm not a Vegas Golden Knights fan, especially now.
I was. We had all the just because shout out BBU. They were sending us and I think more than just BBU.
Yeah.
We were getting a lot of Golden Knight jerseys. And now that they're cursed and evil, I have way too many jerseys.
Yeah, now that they signed a Predator, it's
a tough wear.
Tough one. So yeah, and then I won't put the Spurs on that same level, but I just wanted the Knicks to win because the vibes.
Also, fuck Wembanyama.
Yeah.
I said it before the finals. He was too excited to not come to the Rockets, so I'm happy he lost. He will be back, and I think he will win a lot. So
he will.
It was nice to see him not get his first one.
Yeah. I mean, he seems like a great person outside of basketball. I will say that.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, all his great things and quotes outside of cheering for the Rockets not getting him made me almost forget that he really cheered hard when the Rockets didn't get him.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll forget next time he says something cool too.
Yeah. He did end on the most emo press conference of all time.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
See you again, never, or something like that. I said, okay, chill out.
I love the drama.
All right. I mean, he laughed afterwards, so I guess he knew it sounded dumb when he said it.
Yeah. All right, Sean. I just wanted to address our curses right off the bat.
Hell yeah.
Is there anything you want to address before we hop into some stories today?
Shout out former guest and my best friend, Chris. He made this football kit.
There you go.
He made this football kit. His brand day off. So go follow them.
Nice. Good shout out.
Whenever I shout out, I really should know these ats right off the bat.
It's fine. You get there.
You could find it. I'm sure you could find it. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's hop into some Am I the Asshole stories today.
Ooh,
this first one here, posted by Typical Mobile 47, is titled, Am I the asshole for planning to confess my feelings to my married manager?
Yes. He's married. They don't need to know.
That's fair. Yeah. Because what's that going to do?
Yeah, they're already married. You don't have a shot. OP.
Hate to break it to you.
They've already chosen.
All right. So I, 27 female, feel like I'm losing my mind. My best friend just called me delusional and threatened to distance herself from me if I go through with this.
I'm feeling right off the bat. I'll say that.
So I need an outside perspective. It's insane for your friend to be like, I will stop being your friend if you do this. And for you to be like, well, I gotta get a second
I
opinion.
gotta figure out what Reddit thinks.
To be fair, there are some insane friends and family that are like, well, they're on both sides here.
We get a lot of, well, they see both.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's pretty one-sided most of the time, unfortunately.
So for the past year, I've worked closely with David, 38, male,
How old is OB?
27.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the age part is the least of our concerns in this story.
True. But if we could double dunk, you
Gotcha.
gotta.
He is the assistant manager at the retail pharmacy where I work as a pharmacy technician. He is married to Sarah and they have 2 toddlers. His locker is covered in drawings from his kids and he talks about his family constantly.
Yeah, you got a real good shot, OP. I think your boss is into you, OP. Go for it.
You know what?
Do it.
We just butcher her. On paper, he is the ultimate family man. But over the last 6 months, I feel like our relationship has changed. It started in November when my dog passed away. He noticed I was crying in the break room, went down the street, and bought me a vanilla latte and a muffin. He sat with me for 10 minutes and just listened to me vent. No one else at work even noticed I was upset, but he did. I think he was just being nice.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest.
Yeah, I think this is just a nice person.
Yeah.
Caught you at a bad time, did something nice.
Yeah. Since then, we've developed a routine. Whenever we pass each other by the stock room, he gives me a specific warm smile.
I think it's just a smile. I don't think there's anything specific about it.
He's not thinking about it once. He's just like, oh yeah, morning.
I hope you're doing better.
A few weeks ago, during a hectic Monday rush, I made a joke to a difficult customer that fell flat, but I looked across the pharmacy counter and David was smiling and shaking his head. It felt like an inside joke between us.
No.
Then there was a team dinner last month at a packed, deafening restaurant. Because it was crowded, David sat directly across from me. At one point, the room got incredibly loud. David leaned in all the way across the table to hear what I was saying. When I was talking, he looked directly at my lips, smiled, and nodded along. This is what I do whenever I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to he's trying to read your fucking lips. He can't hear shit.
If there's live music in a bar or anything like that, I'm like, fuck, I'm out of this conversation.
That's me we went to Scottsdale. That's me in every single Scottsdale restaurant. I got a live DJ going on at all times of the day. I said, what the fuck is going on in here?
I don't know what anyone's saying.
Yeah.
A few of our coworkers at the end of the table actually stopped talking and just stared at us because it looked so intense. It felt like the rest of the room completely melted away. The biggest thing happened last Friday. We were staying late to finish checking in an inventory shipment. The store was closed. He walked over to check my progress, and as he leaned over my shoulder to look at the terminal, his sleeve brushed against my arm.
Oh my God. Marry him.
That's crazy.
Not even his arm, just the sleeve.
The sleeve of his arm. All right.
God. I mean, I hate to dog on OP.
I know.
But you are, I think, just very lonely, I think.
Well, maybe that's true, yeah.
It's reminding me of, again, I've mentioned this scene just because it works on a lot of these stories from Scrubs, whenever they bump shoulders and they both go, ooh, oh, ooh.
He didn't pull away immediately. He stayed there for 3 seconds. Before he clocked out, he looked at me and said, she counted it, yeah. Before he clocked out, he looked at me and said, don't stay too late, Shelby. We need you around here. I felt a physical spark.
If that's not the most... I say that shit to everybody when I leave.
And he doesn't even care if they stick around.
Yeah, drive safe. I don't know. It's the common thing that coworkers say to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, we need you around here because I don't want to do your work. You know what I mean?
We need you here.
So I felt a physical spark. I'm convinced that he's trapped in a passionless marriage and his kindness is his subconscious way of crying out for a connection. He always remembers exactly how I take my coffee. Men don't pay that much attention to a woman unless they are deeply attracted to her. My plan is to ask him to grab drinks after our shift this Thursday and gently lay my cards on the table. I want to tell him that I know how he feels the connection too, and that
No.
I'm willing to wait for him. My best friend snapped at me saying, Shelby, he's a nice guy. He bought you coffee once. You're being delusional and you're about to
Yes.
ruin your job based on a sleeve brushing against your arm.
Uh-huh.
So, am I misreading this or am I the asshole if I say how I feel?
Yes to both. Can you believe that, OP? Yes to both of those questions.
Wow, it's crazy. You didn't even give us a second option.
Yeah. Yeah, OP. I think your boss is just a normal, nice coworker. I do feel sad that you're like, wow, a man would never do that unless they were in love with you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think you've just been around shit men, and that's not your fault. There's a lot of shit men out there for sure. But I think, you're getting a lot of mixed signals, mixed from your end. He is just being a perfectly nice person. He's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think someone that's in a passionless marriage talks about his family all the time and has pictures all over his locker. Sure seems like he's pretty passionate about them, I would say. Maybe he doesn't talk about them to you anymore because I don't know. I imagine you have a weird face whenever he does talk about them.
Well, maybe he does, and she just didn't mention
And
it.
then
We
she
have
just
no
fucking
idea.
selective ass hearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there not one thing in your description of your story, not one of his actions was I like, okay, he's into you. Not
Yeah.
one, zero.
It's telling when the most, like the biggest evidence or whatever was the sleeve brushing the arm. It's like,
And honestly, it's a fucking sleeve.
yeah,
What are they? They're pharmacists again, so it's like lab coats, I
they're
imagine.
long sleeves.
So they're just long, loose sleeves.
Exactly.
I guess not super loose, but not like they're tight. It's not like he's intentionally putting it on there. It's his
Yeah.
arm wasn't resting and grazing your arm. It was the fucking sleeve, you psycho.
Yeah, if his
So-
hand was touching your arm, then I'd be like, all right.
All right, that
It's
is
pretty
kind of
weird.
weird. But yeah, a sleeve touching your arm is not good enough to break up a family and or lose your job because I don't think the family is going to be broken. I think you're just going to lose your job because again, your boss isn't into you.
Hot take. Even if he was grabbing your arm, not a good reason to break up a marriage.
Also, yeah,
which
probably nothing that he could do would be a good enough reason to ruin unless he, made a move on you. Then you break up the marriage, not to date him, but just because he doesn't deserve his family.
right. Yeah. It's you're unwillingly being part of that if he's coming
Yeah.
on to you or something like that. But it sounds like you were more than willing for that to be the case.
Unfortunately.
Which is problematic. Yeah. OP, I think you're the asshole, and you would be completely out of your mind to bring this up to him and try and
Mhm.
quote unquote ruin his marriage. You know what I mean? Because I think he's just a nice guy. He caught you in a downtime, and then he's probably being nice. Like maybe he's being like a little extra nice to you because he's like, yeah, she's going through a hard time right now.
Yeah.
Like most of your coworkers, you're polite to, or you're nice to, or you say, hey, see you tomorrow or whatever he said.
Yeah.
It's like pretty common stuff. So I don't know. I
Don't
think,
stay too late. We need you around here.
yeah,
I feel like that pretty common, standard, run of the mill.
I've definitely
comment.
said that to people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're reading into this too much. And even if you're not, still not a reason to attempt to break up a marriage. You know what I mean?
It's a big, big world out here.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
lots of
lot of
people.
options.
Doesn't have to be your married manager.
Yes.
Reddit deemed asshole.
Mm.
And Love for Llama said, of course you're the asshole. He's married with children. You have no idea about the state of their marriage. Your friend is right. You're delusional. You created a narrative that doesn't exist. You have a crush, which is fine, but you need to get a grip and move on to someone who isn't married with kids. To which OP says, I understand that, but I have no plans to pursue him. The comments have helped me to note that this is normal for someone to be kind. I don't want to get too personal into my own backstory, but all of my previous male interactions and relationships have been limited to a vast array of mistreatment. Maybe this is why small gestures had such a large impact on me.
Okay. Well, then kind of nailed it right on the head where I said, sorry that, she's been around such shitty men her whole life that she thinks
Yeah.
that these very nice, very normally nice things are in fact not a hint at wanting more.
Yeah, she's ballooned them in her own mind. They're something more than they are.
Yeah.
She does go on to say in a few comments that she's looking at finding another job, which, I mean, I think is overkill.
I think overkill, I
I
think
think you could just go back to being coworkers,
it's no harm,
friends.
no foul here.
Yeah.
Maybe stop accepting the coffee if you feel really bad about it. But again, he has no idea what's going on.
No.
He is just being a nice, good manager.
Yeah. So I don't know if you need to go that far unless you literally can't control yourself, which is another issue. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe some therapy to help you with the mistreatment that you've been through, so that you can have healthy interactions with other opposing sex, you know what I mean, when they're being polite and nice. I think that's probably a good idea to start with.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, let's move into the second one here, posted by Am I the Asshole Conditioner? So this account, I think, was made specifically for this post, but it's titled, Am I the Asshole for Making My Daughter Use Dollar Store Shampoo and Conditioner?
I mean, sometimes you just gotta do with what you can, you know what I mean? It's better than no shampoo or conditioner.
I mean, better than me for many, many years where it was the 3-in-1 body conditioner and hair.
I definitely have done that. The 2-in-1. I'd never done the 3-in-1.
Oh, it's
It was
life-changing,
body
dude.
wash, conditioner, and hair.
Oh, yeah. Life-changing.
That's insanity.
Just slap it all over.
I had the 2-in-1 and I got flamed for that whenever Nancy moved in. I said, okay, I'm moving on.
Man, you
Moving
gotta
up, I
upgrade.
guess.
They were making fun of you because you weren't doing the 3-in-1. Why cancel it?
that's what it is.
Why leave out that second step? Or, you know what I mean? Like, just combine them all in one.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna get flamed in the comments. I know. I don't do it anymore.
Sienna set you straight.
No, it's well before Sienna, but
That's how you got Sienna. You stopped using the 3-in-1.
I'm talking like college, high school, like that kind of thing. That's what I was.
Yeah.
The 3-in-1 guy.
I was using the Head and Shoulders 2-in-1 for a while.
Oh, there you go. I think I still use that sometimes, but I also condition, so.
Yes.
All right, so my wife and I have 3 daughters. The oldest is 16, the middle is 14, and the youngest is 10. My entire family and my wife's family all have straight hair. My oldest and youngest also have straight hair, and then there's my middle with curly blonde hair and green eyes. The rest of the family has brown hair and brown eyes. I admittedly am not very close with her because I had doubts that she was mine, and I had a hard time bonding with her due to that.
Asshole.
Man.
I just don't understand how we're still not knowing what recessive genes are. It's crazy that we're a kid that looks pretty much like you, but just has a different color hair and different color eyes. Not mine.
Gotta be someone else's.
Gotta be someone. No, stupid. God, fucking idiot.
Oh, so my middle daughter insists that she needs special shampoo and conditioner because of her curly hair. She found some that wasn't too expensive, so I bought it for her, but she goes through the conditioner like water. She came to me after a little over a month and said she needed another bottle. I told her she doesn't and that her conditioner should last her at least another month, but probably longer, but she insisted that you need to use a lot of conditioner for curly hair. I bought her another bottle and told her to use less because she wasn't getting another one for at least 2 months. She used it again in a month, so I bought her shampoo and conditioner from the dollar store. She had a meltdown about how this is going to ruin her hair and that she just got to a place where she liked it and it was manageable. And she blames us for her hair being uncontrollable for most of her life because we didn't learn how to take care of curly hair, even though it's not different than straight hair. That's crazy.
Wrong.
It's so wrong.
So many things wrong in this post.
As someone with slightly curly hair, it's a little different. Mine,
when I had to get a perm, I had to use all different shampoo and conditioners.
I'm just saying mine that is like mildly curly is way different than like Sienna's, who has very straight hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just they're so different. She threatened to even shave her head, which I know she won't do because she's obsessed with her hair. Now she's refusing to speak with me, and she's being extremely disrespectful to me and my wife. My wife thinks we should give in, but I think she needs to learn her lesson. So am I the asshole?
Yes, dumbass. Look.
Sounds like you hate your child.
Yeah, what the fuck? At no point in this did it sound like you did any research on anything regarding curly hair. I feel like, I feel like it'd be a very easy Google search.
Yeah.
Hey, what shampoo is entry level or what affordable shampoo is good for curly hair? It's not that
Exactly.
hard. And if you're concerned about how much conditioner they're using, I don't know, Google that as well. Quick tip, put minus AI on that bad boy to not get that AI overview. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Or ask somebody with curly hair. You're just making a lot of assumptions based on your own experiences and not, thinking about what her experience is. She has different hair. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No, I agree 100%. It's just, but on top of that, with the added context of, I'm not really close with that one because she's looks different, and I don't think she's mine.
Yeah.
Okay, motherfucker, we got deeper issues than this. Like, no wonder she feels neglected, and like you didn't care about her hair at all because you probably
Don't
just
care about
didn't.
her in general.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then it's also crazy that your wife's like, yeah, I mean, we could just buy her more conditioner, and you're like,
Yeah.
no.
We're not struggling. We could just buy the conditioner. What's the problem?
Yeah, he also admitted that it's not like more like super more expensive, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just probably slightly more.
You wasted the $2 you spent on the shampoo and conditioner there that you could have just gone towards the regular conditioner that she needs.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. This just seems like a deeper issue where you don't care about your daughter. So I mean,
Yeah.
asshole on both fronts of, thinking you need to teach her a lesson because she's taking care of her hair, and the other part of you not loving your daughter or caring about her. I think you're an asshole for both fronts of that. Reddit agreed and said, asshole. Lil Z said, you're the asshole. Wow. Yes, women with curly hair do need a different type of shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
Dollar store shampoo is likely going to damage your hair. Also, do you not understand how traits are passed on? Was there a reason beside your daughter's physical features that you thought she wasn't yours, causing you to properly bond with her? You suck.
Did OP respond? Oh, God.
No, fuck no.
Yeah. Fucking ran away, stupid bitch.
Yeah. Bitch Behave said, you're the asshole. First of all, even if she wasn't yours, it's a dick move to blame the kid. Second of all, you said you weren't poor and what she needs isn't so expensive, so what's the problem here?
Exactly.
Would it kill you to buy what your daughter needs? Just wow. I wonder what other things this poor girl has had to go through if you're making such a big deal out of fucking conditioner. So many great points in there. The first one where it's like, even if, this child might not be yours, why blame the child and take it out on them?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, that's always been a crazy thought to me because it's like, well, it's not the kid's fault. You know what I
For
mean?
all the kid knows, you are their father.
Yeah. And even
until proven otherwise, which you have proven.
right. And even if you had like an inkling or whatever, but then decided to stay, you're that that kid's parent.
Yeah.
Act like it. I don't fucking know. Have your dispute with your partner if you truly believe they cheated on you. Doesn't sound like you do. So I don't understand your logic here. You're just like, she looks different, so she can't be mine. Okay, motherfucker.
People don't believe in science, and it upsets me.
More than you'd think. Maybe not, actually. You're on TikTok.
I am on TikTok.
All right, Sean, let's move into this next one here. This one's posted on Best of Redditor Updates by Long Condition 4731. And the title is, am I the asshole because I told my best friend that he had ruined his relationship and he now has to live with it?
No, because it sounds like you ruined his relationship and he has to live with it.
What if it wasn't his fault?
Then I'm wrong.
And I'll have to live with that.
And I'll have to live with that.
All right. So I have an old childhood friend. Let's call him Florian. Our mothers are best friends and we grew up like siblings. Florian was with Clara until about 6 months ago. They were together for over 10 years.
Whoa.
That's a long time.
Oh, did they say how old they are? I didn't hear ages, right?
I actually don't know if they ever get into ages, but
okay, no worries.
if I had to guess, I'd say early 20s, maybe.
Wow.
maybe
Dating
late 20s.
since you're fucking 11, 13? That's crazy.
At least in their they're in their 20s somewhere in there. You know what I mean?
For sure.
The way they talk about it here, I'm picturing high school sweethearts, Florian and Clara.
Okay. 16 and 26 type shit.
Yes. 16 to 20. I thought you were saying one of them is 26.
No.
I was like,
Yeah, I'm
holy
imagining
shit.
they're all the same age here.
So they were together for 10 years. Clara is an old school friend of ours, and the three of us have been friends forever, even before they became a couple.
Yeah.
We always did things together as a foursome, as my boyfriend, Clara, him, and me, and we even went on vacation together quite often. So they might be in their late 20s, maybe. Maybe I'm misreading things.
Yeah.
A little over a year ago, Florian came to me and said he felt like he was missing out on something and wanted to try an open relationship with Clara.
Oh, we were right.
He wanted advice on how to bring it up. I told him I thought it was a really stupid idea and didn't believe Clara would want it. To make a long story short, she didn't want it. So he gave her an ultimatum.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. After he pressured her into the open relationship, he immediately started something with his colleague. And in brackets, I think she was the reason for the open relationship.
Yeah, that's oftentimes how this goes, it sounds like.
And then that ends, and they're like, never mind, close it up.
Oh, wait, Clara, you're fucking a lot of dudes. Wait a second.
Now, unfortunately, Clara was devastated. When he had another date, we had a girls' night out. That's where she met Mark. There was a huge spark between them, and they started dating. I'm not proud of it, but I told Florian he absolutely had to stop the crap if he didn't want to lose her. He didn't take me seriously, not until she left him for Mark. I was always there for him and comforted him. He wanted me to cut contact with her and talked badly about her to me. I told him I'd always be there for him, but I wasn't going to give up our friendship. I told him he had to stop talking badly about her because she didn't deserve it, and that's just the risk of an open relationship. Also, motherfucker, it was your idea.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oftentimes, whoever has the idea ends up getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
Sure. They're the ones that end up bitter.
Or at least on Reddit.
On Reddit, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess our community has provided, multiple sources of open relationships working out. But the good ones are never on Reddit, I think. The good open relationships.
So, yesterday we went out to dinner with friends, and she joined us on her own. We were already a little tipsy by then, and he, aka Florian, immediately said, "Oh, trouble in paradise. Guess he was the wrong guy for you after all." The mood then was instantly ruined. She said she hadn't brought him along out of respect. He said she could have thought about it before she cheated. I told him to just drop it. Then he started lashing out at me, saying I was so disloyal and that I should have stopped it and a lot of other things.
Again, your idea, buddy.
This
You
was all
wanted
you.
this.
It's all you.
Clara was happy just dating you.
Probably looking at marriage at some point here soon, I'd
You
imagine.
gotta imagine after 10 years.
Yeah. At least in her back of her mind being like, oh, maybe soon. And then you're like,
Mark and was like, oh, wait, there's a lot better out there.
oh shit, Mark's hella cool.
And he wants to date just me.
Unfortunately, I got a little louder and told him he was solely responsible for the end of his relationship
Yeah.
and that he should stop always blaming everyone else.
Mm.
He left and hasn't answered his phone or replied since. I called his mom and she said he doesn't want to talk to me and that she's disappointed I'm not standing by him.
Okay.
I feel so awful about it. So am I the asshole?
Hell no. I mean, maybe there's a time and place. It sounds like maybe everybody was drunk, so it's kind of like
Fuck no,
but
he
also,
started it.
he needs a fucking reality check.
Yeah.
This whole thing is his fault. And like what you said, he started all this shit.
Yeah.
And then he started it again that night. So it's hard to feel any sympathy for this guy at all. He's a fucking dumbass. Again, there are successful ones, but oftentimes these Reddit stories, it's just like, break the fuck up. Break the fuck up. Why are we doing this shit? If you want to go fuck somebody else, break up. Date that other person. It's not
rocket science.
When you have to give an ultimatum for it, you could tell your partner's not into it.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. And it's just like, if your partner's not into it, break the fuck up. Before there's ever an ultimatum, just break up.
exactly. And when you're pressuring your partner into doing something they don't want to do, that should immediately be a red flag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should immediately be like, oh, yeah, maybe I'm doing something wrong here.
This feels bad. I'm forcing them against their will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then for immediately to make all these mistakes, have your friends support you and be like, yeah, like, hey, I'm here for you. And then for her to be like, but I'm not like giving up my friendship with her or, talking shit about her because she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And then
Also, she was my friend before y'all even dated. So
yeah, exactly. I'm not going to give up that lifelong friendship. And for you to be like, you're disloyal. I think that's the definition of loyalty, in my opinion.
I'm trying to play both sides, bitch. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you like it is. I'm telling you the facts.
Yeah, I'm
The
friends
fact
with
is,
both
you
of you.
fucked it up.
Exactly. I'm calling balls and strikes like I see them.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, this one was posted, so I actually did forget this, but it was posted on Bin ich das Arschloch, which is, I think, a German Am I the Asshole subreddit.
Oh.
So it was deemed nicht das Arschloch, which I think is not the asshole. Germans who listen, please let me know how I did on that. I probably butchered the shit out of it.
Send me the word. I want to try it.
I don't know how to do that right now because I don't have a mouse. I can't do that
Right.
quickly.
You don't have a fucking mouse. That's crazy.
I'm so tired. I forgot my mouse at home. So
Oh my God.
just use a keyboard here. But yeah, so Reddit deemed not the asshole. And Cautious Yak said NDA because it's nicht das Arschloch. I definitely butchered it there. And they say, you were honest. I personally think that's good too. I also can't stand his whining right now. He wanted an open relationship and immediately started something with his colleague, but his girlfriend cheated? Oh, how I always love this stuff. They want an open relationship, but when the woman then also has another guy, the world ends. You should think about that beforehand. To which OP responds and says, I don't know why he said that about the cheating either, especially since we all know how it really was. I also don't understand the stupid trend with open relationships, but I still feel like I left him in the lurch, which I don't think you did, OP. I think you
Also,
were.
did you translate this?
No.
How is this? Oh, it got posted. It got cross-posted into.
Best of Reddit updates.
Oh, but it's originally from the German one?
Yeah.
I'm so confused because I went to the German one right now. It's all in German as I expected. So I'm just wondering.
Yeah. No,
how did
listen,
this start?
I'm just as confused as you are. I was super tired when I was putting this together last night, falling asleep on the couch, and I was like, this is crazy. And then I didn't look into it further.
Also, Bin ich das Arschloch? Great D&D name.
That is you know what? I like
Great
it.
D&D name. Whenever Dr. Szechuan dies in our Baldur's Gate run, I'll run a Bin ich das Arschloch.
Yeah, you can be a wizard who casts from his asshole.
Whoa. That would be sick. Shadowheart would love that.
She would be such a fan. So this does have an update, Sean.
Ooh,
2 is a matter of
Benish,
fact. Benish. Update 1. Thank you for all your comments. My guilty conscience has been clouding my judgment, to be honest. I still feel really guilty. This whole mess is even affecting our families now. So we usually celebrate his 26th birthday with his family. 26th. There you go.
Nice.
I fucking got that.
Whoa. I kind of predicted it.
You did it. You nailed it.
Whoa, that's crazy. With your help, of course.
Do you speak German too?
Yeah, Bin ich das Arschloch.
So this tradition didn't happen during the pandemic. Yesterday, my mother called me downstairs and his mother was there. She said that my mother had told her a different story about that evening and asked if I could please tell her my side of the story. So this is his mom asking her.
Yeah, because they're best friends.
Yes.
They were spilling the tea and they're like, I don't think what your son is telling you is true.
I think it's different, but... So apparently in his version, Clara and Mark arrived at the restaurant hand in hand and they kept teasing each other, saying things like, man, opening up the relationship was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Okay, so she doesn't know the relationship is over. She thinks Clara is still dating her son.
Yeah.
Tough. Lies.
The quote goes on, otherwise, I would have never met the love of my life. End quote. He eventually had enough and asked if they could stop teasing. I guess I would have said, I had said to him during this, serves you right. You wouldn't listen to me. Now she's found someone better and you're alone. So that's his version of what happened that same night, which is
To which, even if that did happen, that quote coming from OP,
not wrong. Not wrong.
Not one thing wrong about that.
But also, Mark wasn't even fucking there, so this is just wrong
Mark
from
wasn't there.
step one.
Also, no one was holding hands, I don't think.
So I set the record straight, and I was truly moved to tears that he would say such things about me after everything I've done for him. His mom comforted me and said she'd give him a piece of her mind. She must have confronted him because he called me afterwards quite angry and started yelling at me. I hung up and texted him, I know you're hurt, but that doesn't give you a right to treat me or anyone else like that or spread lies. I don't want any contact with you for now because the friendship is just toxic and draining me mentally. I hope you realize that with your behavior, you'll lose everyone around you. Start taking responsibility already. I love you and I'm ready to give you a second chance someday, but I need some space right now. I blocked him after that.
Pretty generous.
I think that's a pretty honest, assessment from a friend, giving you the straight up.
A long-term friend.
Exactly. So his family is coming to visit without him.
Damn.
Well, they're like siblings, right? So it's like, I don't know. Crazy to do on his birthday, which is funny. So since Clara, he and I have the same circle of friends, most of his friends had already turned their backs on him. They only invited him to dinner for my sake. I know it sounds silly, but I feel like my heart has been broken. I hope he'll be back to his old self soon and heal. Thank you and Merry Christmas. Oh, this is Christmas. Oh, that's why they're saying they're coming on the 26th. Got it. So they're coming on the 26th to celebrate his birthday, I guess. Cool. Got it.
Understood.
Maybe this is a translation thing I'm missing out on.
Yeah.
Final update here. Florian is now history.
Yikes.
I don't know what's wrong with him, but I don't care anymore. He's found a new target for his anger, namely me. He gossiped to our friends, saying that I was to blame for his relationship breaking up. He claimed that I had set Clara up with Mark, and apparently a few other unpleasant insults were exchanged when the others contradicted him. He gave them an ultimatum. It was either...
It worked out so well the first time. Let's try and run it back, baby.
This dude loves ultimatums.
Can't stop with the ultimatums.
He told them it was either Clara and me or him. Well, the others told him they didn't want anything to do with him anymore because they were simply fed up with his antics and uninvited him to for our New Year's trip. One of the group has a cabin in Austria, and we go there every year for New Year's. Damn, that sounds sick.
You got uninvited from the cabin, brother?
Yeah. Send us an invite. We'll go.
We'll be there.
I've completely cut contact with him for now. In his frenzy to badmouth me, he even told some stories that only he knows about me. I just can't trust him anymore. I also have to say that it felt incredibly good to meet up with some of my friends without him. There was no drama, and we were able to really talk about what's going on in our lives again. It was truly relaxing and wonderful. I wish Florian all the best, but I don't need someone like him in my life. And that is the end of the update.
Wow.
Tell me again how to say that in German.
Ben ich das Arschloch? Right?
That got worse.
Did it get worse?
I think.
I did exit out, and that was just straight off memory. Let's try
they're pretty
it
good from memory for reading it once.
Ben ich das Arschloch?
Okay. Again, German listeners or anyone that understands German.
Sounds Scottish when I say it, I think.
Let us know how we did there. I think terribly, but
I think not good. Not good.
It's a learning experience, this podcast for us.
Yeah, I'm ready to learn, guys. I'm ready to learn.
All right, Sean, let's move on to the next one here, posted by Dio Taval. And the title is, Am I the asshole for asking my daughter to talk to her boyfriend about his behavior in my kitchen?
No, it's your kitchen.
Get out.
Yeah, if people aren't behaving how you'd like, kick them the fuck out.
Yeah. What do you think he's doing?
I don't know. Probably putting like fucking ketchup on his plate or some shit. Disgusting. Mustard. Terrible.
Okay. So you just hate anyone who uses condiments.
Now that you say it,
I do.
I do hate those
Toss
guys.
them all in a volcano, actually.
It's actually fucking terrible that people use it.
They should be arrested.
A violation against
Yeah.
humanity, ketchup is.
God, I love
Man,
ketchup.
I was just talking to Nancy about how our kid is most likely, as with normal kids, love ketchup. And I'm
Yep.
just going to be fucking disgusted. Especially when they're like learning solids and they're dipping shit in ketchup. I'm going
We're
to
gonna-
fucking vomit.
We're gonna read a story about you one day, Sean, and it'll be like, yeah, so I'm not I'm not really close to my one
Not really
child.
close to my child. He really loves ketchup, and I just can't be around.
Can't be mine. So I don't talk to him anymore.
I don't talk to him anymore because he likes shit that I don't like.
He asked me to buy the good ketchup. I get him the shitty stuff.
You don't need ketchup.
I buy him salsa and tell him it's the same thing.
Yeah. Close enough, tomato.
So my daughter has a boyfriend. They're both 18, and he's often over at our house. It was okay at first. I didn't mind feeding teens because I'm not a frugal person. I made spaghetti, tacos, chicken, snacks, and other typical home-cooked meals while they were hanging out. But over the last few months, he started acting in a way as if he lives here, and it honestly feels kind of strange. He simply opens the fridge to examine what's inside without asking whether he may have anything, and a few times he's asked with a container already in his hand. He's also started making comments to my daughter, but in a way that I can hear them. Like, your mom hasn't made that chicken dish in a while, or I thought there'd be pasta tonight. And he really eats a lot. He might finish almost all the cheese, drink the juice, take the last frozen waffle, and then look for something else in the pantry. I feel ridiculous, like I'm counting pieces of food, but it just feels a bit annoying. I didn't say anything to him directly because I didn't want to embarrass him and my daughter, so I spoke to her privately and asked her to please talk to him about his behavior and being a little bit more politely in our house. She got upset and said I was greedy and making a big deal out of eating. Now I don't know how to feel about it, and I feel like my daughter sees me in a bad light. So am I the asshole?
No. I'll say no. I think you're having a typical 18-year-old. You know what I mean? I think this person has gotten a little bit too comfortable in your home.
Yeah,
Maybe you
that's
need to
fair.
set some boundaries. I'm trying to think on like when I was young, if I would just open people's like fridge and pantry without asking. And I feel like no.
I feel it's very sitcom-y. You know what I mean? Like that 70s show, they would always like open the fridge and take whatever they wanted or some stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Uh, as a child, like or a teen at friends' houses or anything like that, no, it's not something I did.
Yeah, I
Just-
don't think I did that.
Yeah.
I think maybe I only do it at Nancy's parents' house. And that was when, after years of dating.
Yes.
Yeah, besides that, I'm not really opening things that aren't mine. But again, that's because my pet peeve is when people just do that shit with my stuff. I hate when people fucking just touch things I own
Fair.
without asking. So yeah, I don't know. I think mainly you gotta maybe reiterate to your daughter. It's like I don't care. I mean, I care a little bit. He's eating a lot, but I mean, I mostly care about him making comments like, cook this or cook that to
Yeah.
you because it seems passive aggressive because he's telling you in hopes that I could hear.
Right.
Which now I just don't want to cook for his bitch ass at all, actually. So yeah, I don't know. Also, y'all are 18. Y'all could go out to eat.
Sure. I mean,
I think I would, probably just start slowing down on these because really, if you're gonna cook, they're gonna eat a lot. What can you do about that? I mean, you can't really tell a guest cool it on the eating. I don't think that's allowed.
that's
Even
like
if you
kind
are
of
the
the
one
opposite of what most people do.
Yeah, right. Like I do think that's bad on you to even bring that up. I think, I understand. You could be like, man, he's getting seconds before other people get seconds, things like that, or whatever. It could be annoying, but you're offering food. It's kind of a unhost like.
Yeah.
It's uncouth. It's tacky.
uncouth.
It's tacky to be like, well, he's eating too much. If anything, like that part, I was like, that's kind of a compliment. Like
Yeah.
he obviously really likes your cooking and is like excited for dishes. But maybe your main point, OP, really should have been like, hey, I feel like he's getting kind of passive aggressive when I cook something that he wasn't expecting or something that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
He's like makes a point to say it loud enough to where I could hear, which is kind of annoying because I'm not like cooking off of his schedule. I'm making the schedule. He's invited to dinner, things like that.
Yes.
So I think it's a little bit of a 50-50. I wouldn't call you an asshole because again, it's your kitchen. But yeah, I think you should shift the focus. Maybe if you're gonna, reach out to your daughter again, try and heal this, be like, I'm kind of tripping about the food thing. He should eat as much as he wants. He's a guest here. But yeah, if he wants to say something about what I'm cooking, he should just tell me direct and be like, oh, I really like, because really, there's a way to frame this. If you were the boyfriend, there's a way to just go about it and be like, "Oh, Mrs. Blah blah blah, I really love your spaghetti.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next time you cook your spaghetti. Still excited for tonight. Can't wait to eat. But oh man, I really love when you make, whatever dish.
Tacos.
So he asked kind of weird and passive aggressively, and then you kind of responded weird and passive aggressively. So maybe a kind of an everyone sucks, but also kind of light. I think it's kind of light. This could be fixed, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I think as far as like Am I the Asshole stories go, this is a pretty minor one. You know what I mean?
Pretty mild.
It's just
I think-
like a mild annoyance.
yeah.
I think that's the main thing. And I mean, OP did say like, "Hey, could you ask him to behave a little more politely in our house?" So it's not like she even commented on the food
On the
necessarily.
food thing.
Even,
Yeah, but her response of, him being greedy does make me think that
it was
she
mentioned.
brought it up.
Yeah,
She
that's
brought it
maybe
up
fair.
for sure. Because
Yeah,
the daughter's like, you're being greedy, which wouldn't make sense in the other context.
I mean, it's crazy for her to say you're being greedy when she's fed him for months at this
True.
point.
True.
So,
And you've watched him eat thirds, fourths,
yeah,
fifth
which
season.
I mean is expected for 18-year-olds. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
These are growing kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I hesitate to go everyone sucks because it's like, yeah, I mean, exactly what you said. It's like, yeah, him even asking like, "Hey, can I have this?" Like, I think that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, him talking to the girlfriend being like, well, I thought it was going to be spaghetti tonight.
That's when it's
I'd be like, bitch, get the fuck out.
yeah, that's when it's pretty passive and like loud enough for you to hear it instead of just asking you or even saying like Sean said, "Hey, I really love when you make that. Would we be able to have it next week or something like that?" Like, I don't know. At a certain point, boyfriends, girlfriends, like that kind of thing, they become family over time, right?
Yeah.
And so they will eventually get comfortable. I mean, I'm living with my in-laws right now. I just get what I want because I live there. But it got to that point finally. So it will happen over time, and I think it's just growing pains of, someone new in your household. But
Mhm.
ultimately, I think you went about it the right way. You talked to your daughter, and like didn't embarrass him or anything like that. So I think not the asshole for that reason.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Reddit said not the asshole. Helen Kennedy 21 said, if he's comfortable enough to request specific meals, he's comfortable enough to hear some basic house rules. So they're saying talk to him straight up, which
That's true.
also fair. Yeah, And Kate Cranberry said, not the asshole. Funny how you're greedy after months of feeding someone else's kids for free.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Tough to be greedy after you did that.
I've been feeding it for months.
All right, Sean, let's hit the last one before we hit the Patreon section where we got 2 more bonus stories. If you want to hear those, go to patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. Link is also in the description, or you can click join on our YouTube membership program. You get bonus stories, ad-free episodes, as well as day early episodes. So go check that out. So this last one, Sean, I think will hit home for you. So it was cross-posted on our subreddit by Red Bull 777S and it was like a screenshot from Twitter, but it was an "Am I the Asshole" screenshot. So ironic it was on Twitter because it says, "Am I the asshole for ruining my neighbor's new Tesla because he won't stop parking in my driveway?"
In your driveway is fucking crazy. I thought this was gonna be like, oh, like in front of my house, which like, yeah, you're the asshole. In your actual driveway is insane.
Pretty crazy, yeah.
I would damage the fuck out of that shit. Especially if you're blocking my car from leaving. Oh,
Yeah.
brother, you're in for a rough one.
I just think it's so, well, I mean, it's a Tesla driver, but I think it's so bold to just pull into someone's driveway and park there.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine, you're trying to hit that thing in reverse. You know what I mean? You do a little 3-point turn, use a little driveway to get you there. That's fine. Parking and leaving your car there, you're asking for it.
All right, so my neighbor constantly pulls his Tesla into my driveway whenever his own side is full. I've What an insane thing to do. I've asked him nicely 4 times to stop blocking my garage, but he always claims he's just dropping things off. Last night, I needed to pressure wash my concrete driveway to prep it for resealing. He had parked his car halfway up my property line again. I didn't want to lose my afternoon, so I fired up the heavy-duty power washer and started blasting away at the concrete just inches from his rear bumper.
So anyways, I just started blasting.
The intense water pressure kicked up loose chunks of gravel and hardened concrete debris, spraying them directly against his car.
Oh, yeah.
The flying rocks completely shredded his fresh paint job, leaving deep scratches and gouges all over the rear quarter panel.
That's my favorite song.
Play it again, DJ.
Play it.
He came running out screaming that I ruined his vehicle and demanded I pay him for the repairs. I told him if he hadn't trespassed on my property, his car would have been untouched. Our HOA checked the property lines and sided with me, but now he's threatening small claims court and our neighbors think I did it out of spite. So am I the asshole?
No. How are they going to prove you did it out of spite?
I do think you did it out of spite, but I also don't disagree.
Look, you told him 4 different times, you got a power wash. You're sealing it the next day.
Well, even if you didn't, you told him it was your fucking driveway and he kept parking
Yeah,
there.
multiple times. He's crossing the line.
Yeah.
You got to show him where the goddamn line is. Oh, love this. Love your actions.
Yeah.
Love his reaction. Again, not a lawyer. I just can't imagine a world where he wins.
So Reddit disagrees.
Really?
Not with our assessment. They actually say not the asshole, but they do think OP may be kind of dumb for this.
Me,
So
I would have took a sledgehammer.
So here's what most people are saying what you should have done instead, or saying what could happen and then what you should have done instead. So Rosie Clearwater said, "You're not the asshole, but you might be found financially liable. If you have homeowners or renters insurance and he sues you, you might want to use that to pay the claim if it's really expensive. I realize that you told him not to park there, but liability varies in jurisdiction, and without knowing where you live, you might still have to pay for it. I absolutely do not think you're an asshole, though." Which was most people's thought. They were like, "Yeah, I don't think you're the asshole. I also do think you did it out of spite, but I don't blame you." And then Suspicious Ad, which was I think the top comment, said, "Not the asshole per se, but you should have just called the towing company instead of damaging his vehicle. Now you might be on the hook for a costly repair."
Oh, the towing company might have been even better.
Yeah, because
The
I
towing
think
company is good.
because that's like, I don't have to deal with this. It just gets towed. It doesn't do damage to the car, and then I don't have to worry about him being parked here. He'll still be pissed, and it'll still cost him a lot to get it pulled out of the impound. But still, fuck you.
Anytime one of his tires even touches my driveway, I'm calling the tow truck. Tow truck is a great idea.
Yes, I need you again.
He's at it again. Get him. Don't let him be faster than him this time.
I'll hold him off with the power washer. Just blasting him back in his house. God. Yeah, I mean, it's so frustrating for OP just to be like, to have to deal with that even. Which I feel is why most people said not the asshole. It's like, yeah, you told him multiple times. He still keeps doing it. I get why you did it. I think you just might have fucked up to do it that way.
Yeah.
It's like most of our crazy advice when we just go unhinged. Mostly John.
Mostly John.
And it's like, All right, maybe don't listen to our advice, but the sentiment is there.
The sentiment is there, and we agree with it.
Yeah.
I really hope this was a Cybertruck.
Oh God, and it chipped the window,
Oh.
just like in that. What was that when they presented it for the first time, and he hit it with a hammer, and it went right through.
I didn't even know about that.
You didn't know about that?
Embarrassing.
Yeah, because they were like touting it. It's like, oh, it's indestructible. Like the windshield can take a hit at so many pounds per second or whatever it was. And then he gets a, I forgot if he threw something or hit it with a hammer or something, and it immediately shatters on stage. And he's just like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Have you seen that clip of Ray J and Speedy where this interviewer named Stevie is interviewing Ray J, and Ray J's like, yeah, these sunglasses, they're unbreakable. He was like, don't do that. Don't call them unbreakable. I'll break them right now. And he's like, try, you can't. They're unbreakable. And he's like, really, stop saying it. I will break it. He's like, I'd love to see you try. Then he just fucking snaps it like a fucking and then neither of them say anything. They just stare at each other. The camera zooms in on both of them.
Great bit.
He's like, I don't care. So good.
Damn. That's funny.
Have you not seen that?
No,
I gotta send that to you immediately after this.
I have no idea who either of those people are, but
That's
I mean,
fair.
All right, Sean. That is it for this episode. If you like us, give us a like, subscribe, comment if you really
You want to see me crash out. Crash out in a bad way.
Oh man. Sean
Absolutely.
goes ham.
Maybe one of my better rants in a while. Check out the Patreon.
Yeah, patreon.com/cultivate podcast network to watch Sean lose his mind at Google AI. That's all I'll tease. But yeah, is there anything else you want to shout out, Sean, before we close out the episode today?
Reddit on wikishop.com. We got 2 different Gaycation merches going to 2 different charities. So make sure you check out the website, check out both designs. One design made by Josh going to the Trevor Project.
Yeah.
And the other design, the Camp Gaycation design, you're getting a 2-for-1. The front designed by Midscore, the back designed by Hazel Razel, and half of those proceeds will go to the Trans Lifeline. So you can help out 2 good causes with the purchase of 2 shirts. Or, you know, if you don't want the shirts and you just want to donate directly, can't get mad at you for doing that either.
True.
With that being said, that's all I'm shouting out. You are hosting it. That's all I need to say.
No, you can take it away. I'm chilling.
For this episode, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Fuck AI always. We'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah, and fuck AITAs, right?
Whoa, bringing it all together.
Bye.
Later.
Get therapy.
I'm not reading.
Get therapy.